Yes! Welcome aboard! Yes, sir. We are ready to rock and roll for the next 4 hours. And we're out here at VSS West Pines. Yes, sir. 12397 Pembroke Road here in Pembroke Pines. Come on out here. Just a little bit off of I-75. We're right off of the Palmetto. We're close by. Come on by. Say hi if you're in Southern Broward, Northern Dade, western part of the county. We're close to you, man. Come on by, say hi. We'll be out here till 3 o'clock. We got all kinds of great stuff out here. Jose, Alex, all the great people out here at VSS West Pines are out here with us, so they will take care of you for all of your CBD needs, man, whether it's flower, tinctures, you name it. You see the water pipes behind us, all of that. So, and we got what? This is a very special one there. There you go. So we will have some fun today here on the program. And if you want to get in, of course, you can chime in on the accidentlawfirm.com text line. I was just actually going back and forth with Bobby Nunez this morning, having a little fun with him. On the accidentlawfirm.com text line, 786-322-1105. That's 786-322-1105 if you want to get in on the program. And, of course, you can go to the website here for vsswestpines.com if you want to check it out here. Everything that they've got going on, man. They've got so many things in this place. It's just amazing. It really is. So just in case, if you're looking for anything for your CBD, tobacco needs, or anything else, you can come on out here to VSS West Pines. They got some glass ornaments that are amazing, okay? They're like dinosaurs and all kinds of monsters and aliens, and it's pretty cool. They've got all kinds of different things. Embalmed reptiles.
R2-D2 on the back, man.
Yeah, is that a water pipe or is just an R2-D2 glass? I think it's just glass, right?
Yes.
That one's just like a glass figure. I mean, of R2-D2. All right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool. I mean, just come on out here to VSS West Pines, and of course, always tell them that we sent you. Okay.
Right in your face, the WB Frog.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So we'll be out here till 3 o'clock, and we'll have some fun. And we got a lot of things to talk about. Yesterday, we talked about the frustration game, right, which is the Magic. They are 3-9 against the Magic in their last 12 going into last night. And it's a game, like I told you yesterday, it's a game that constantly pisses you off before you even start the game because you sit there going, are we going to lose again? Is my favorite team going to lose to the stinking Magic again? And I get it. They're a decent team, but they're not better than you. At no point during that 3-9 stretch were the Magic ever better than Miami. And in the 13th game of this stretch, they weren't better than Miami. And what I liked yesterday was Miami treated them the way they were supposed to be treated. 113-92. Now, I need you to win again in a couple nights over there, okay? Show me that you own them from here on out, like they've owned you for the last 12 matchups, going 9-3. So let's start to turn this thing around against the Magic and start treating them like they should be treated. And yesterday, I mean, 113-92, you're now 21-2 at home. Your two losses are to two elite teams in the NBA, two teams that are better than you. So there's actually no shame. That record is extremely impressive because you've won all the other games and you've only lost to two teams that are actually better. What would have been frustrating is that third loss would have been to the Magic. That's unacceptable. And yesterday they played that way. They played that way from Jump Street. They were all over them from the get-go, from the first half into the second half, and they kept it going all the way through. There were little runs here and there by the Magic, but they never really threatened at all. It wasn't like they cut it down to 1 or 2 or something. Never happened. It was never in doubt yesterday. And that's what I liked about that game. They were totally in control. Nothing wrong with that. And not only was it a game where you performed the way you were supposed to perform, we also know that the conditions weren't the best because of what was going on all around the NBA and the loss of Kobe Bryant. That was, that's been something that has obviously affected a lot of people out there and a lot of players more than anything else. And I'm sure that a lot of the guys you saw that they had stuff written on their shoes in honor of Kobe and Gigi and I love what Luka did, Doncic. He had everybody that was on the helicopter on his shoes, which is the right thing to do, man. And so I know that yesterday for the NBA world, it wasn't easy for everybody, man, from players to owners to executives, coaches, media. It just was. Hey, yesterday, I was telling Bill yesterday, I feared yesterday's show. Honestly, I've been at this 30 years, and I feared yesterday's show because I didn't know if we were going to have enough to say. I didn't know if we were going to have enough to do, and I didn't know if we were going to be able to provide enough talking points, and we were able to do it, but it was one of those days where you didn't want to venture too much outside of the subject because you wanted to respect and pay homage to one of the greats, which, by the way, Kobe made our lives a lot easier, too, in sports radio because he gave us plenty of things to talk about, I mean, when it was happening 2 days ago, when it was breaking, and we were on the air, we were wrapping up our show. We were in the last 45 minutes of our show. And I told one of the guys, actually, Herbie Lopez at Toyota of Hollywood, is a monster Lakers fan and an enormous Kobe guy. All right, he's part of that Kobe fanatical group, and it killed him, man. It killed him. He was devastated that afternoon after I told him. And then he was just like trying to see what was going on and trying to look at the coverage and all that stuff because at that moment then it captured everybody's attention at that time. So last night I know was not an easy thing for anybody, even the fans. And a lot of you out there that went to the game, you were wearing Kobe's colors and his numbers, and it was cool. It was great. And let me tell you something. I tweeted it out. Congratulations to the Miami Heat, too, because they get it. They did a great job in honoring Kobe inside the arena. Outside the arena, they've got that big old screen at the front, and they had Kobe's picture out there in honor of him. There isn't a franchise in town that gets it more than the Miami Heat. Not one. It really is amazing how good this franchise is and how they handle everything to a T. It's really, really impressive. And the way they did everything yesterday was perfect. So I got to take a moment to congratulate the Miami Heat because all they did was maintain the consistency they've had since Pat Riley took over. Because that's where we have to start. Before Pat Riley, our Heat team would have been an absolute disaster, my friends, okay? That's what would have happened. But yesterday, they handled the Kobe situation perfectly, and I thought that mural, that picture that they had in front of the arena all night in his honor was just the right thing to do. So,
were you aware that his daughter was planning on going to the University of Connecticut?
Yes, well, yesterday.
And they did.
Yeah, they honored her by putting a chair out for her and her number in honor, and it was touching. It was touching, man. You know, sucked.
It's yeah. I have to say, obviously, was not a Kobe fan. Never been a Laker fan. You know, prior to our Heat, the adopted team was, of course, my dad's. You know how it is when you're a kid. The Celtics. So didn't like the Lakers, but the guy was at his time, and obviously with Jordan toward the end, there was a time when he was the best on the planet. There was no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said from the first day, of all the guys to come out of high school, nobody achieved what they were supposed to. That pinnacle of where they were supposed to be. The guy, yes, Kobe checked off every box. Man, he was the guy.
Yep.
Hands down.
No doubt. No doubt.
Very sad, man. It's still affecting, you know?
Yep. By the way, NorCal chimes in from California. He says, wake and bake, Big O.
He must be inspired by, the wall.
Is that what's inspiring you there, NorCal?
All the way across the country.
Wake and bake. Well, there you go. If you're dabbing, a little dab will do you. That's what they say, right? Wasn't that the same back in the day? But they were talking about a different dab.
It was Brill cream, if you remember.
Brill cream, right?
Yes.
Well, this is a whole little different type of dab. That'll do you.
It'll not only hold your hair in place, it'll hold you in place.
Yeah, no, but I tried the CBD through that, and it hits you right away. Not a high. It's like a relaxing feeling.
A little euphoria going on there for you there, buddy?
Yeah, something like that. And then if you have pain, I know this, you sleep like a baby when you take that stuff. That's all I can tell you. Okay? Good morning from New York City, Big O. I've been so busy at work. It's good to finally have some time to listen to you. Well, thank you, Big Mike. I appreciate that. George also chiming in. Flip side fishing. What are those? Yes, they are water pipes, sir. Yes, they are a slew of water pipes. Yes, that's why we are here.
We're inspiring listeners all over the place.
Hey, man, listen, this is a way of enjoying your CBD and all your tobacco needs. You got to come on out here to VSS West Pines at 12397 Pembroke Road. Come on out here, see all the fellas out here, and, of course, Sasha, the responsible one. You've got to, if we're going to mention Jose and Alex and everybody else and Jason and all that, we got to mention Sasha because she's the responsible one. So we've got to get her in here and make sure that when you come on out here, you can check out everything. They've got all kinds of exotic drinks from all over the world. Seriously. It's crazy stuff that they have here. Well, we'll show you. Later on the show, we'll show you a couple of those drinks so you can come on out here and try them because you're not going to get them anywhere else. You will not find them anywhere. Like they've got I don't know if it's a Crush or one of those orange drinks from China, but it's white and it's orange. It's funky. It really is. So you got to check it out. Yes.
Did you just say it's white, but it's orange?
Yes.
Huh?
Check it out. Yeah, seriously.
Explain, Lucy.
Hoser, bring you have that orange drink that's white from China or Japan or something like that. Which one is it? It's like a Crush or something like that. Alex showed it to me the other day. Huh? But there was one that was literally white, and it was an orange drink. I don't know. You might have run out already. But seriously, it's just they got all kinds of funky drinks out here. You got to check it out. Ernie Cabrera says, Big O, logged in, ready to rock and roll. We love you for that, Ernie. NorCal says, the Great Wall of Bongs has me stuck in my munchies. Flipside Fishing says, awesome. So there you go. See? Look, Fanta, orange. Fanta. And this one is this from Japan or China? Japan? It is a Japanese Fanta, orange. Okay? Bosnia? Oh, I'm sorry. Bosnia. This one's from Bosnia. How about that? Yeah, look, you can see the language in Bosnia. And then this Fanta. This is a lemon Fanta that you get from, this one's from China. I'm telling you, they got all kinds of funky drinks, man. You got to check it out here, of course, at VSS West Pines. They've got the backpacks. You know how a lot of you love backpacks? They've got all kinds, man. From a shark to a Mona Lisa to, I don't know, what do we have there? All kinds of different colors, camouflage, you name it. They've got all kinds of different bags, man, and backpacks.
They got a bag in the shape of a shark.
Right.
That is really cool.
What's that? What are they? I can't hear you. Oh, they're smoke proof? Smell proof. Oh, they're smell proof. Nice. So
nothing emanates out of your bag.
Okay, that's good. That's nice to know.
Hide your stuff.
Smell proof bags they have here. Yeah, you got to think of those kind of things, man. And by the way, I think today might be the day we crossed 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We're at 995. So we're trying to get to 1,000. And we got 5 more to go. So spread the word. Get us to that 1,000. It's a beautiful thing. So, again, if you happen to be close to the Pembroke Pines area, I would love to meet you. We're going to be out here every month, actually. Okay? So, looking forward to it. NorCal goes to Myron. I'll be rooting for your Niners to get that 6th. Yeah, NorCal lives out there, so he has a little affinity for Northern California outside of our beloved Dolphins. Myron says WEED is the greatest sponsor. But we're having fun out here, man. We'll be out here for a few hours. We got some great music going on. We get to talk about all kinds of things going on in the world of sports. Kurt Heelan from ProBasketballTalk.com, NBC Sports, is going to join us at the top of the hour. So we'll get into all things basketball with him. At 1 o'clock, Manny Navarro will join us for his weekly Caneswear Miami Hurricanes segment. So we'll get Manny on, and we'll talk all things Canes with him. You know, things are looking up a little bit. Although Michelle Kaufman tweeted out yesterday she spotted the Niners and their buses and everything headed to practice, and I retweeted back to her. I said, did you see Manny Diaz anywhere? He needs to follow them to get some tips. You know, because, I mean, if I'm Manny Diaz, I'm trying to tag along to Andy Reid this week and Shanahan and trying to learn a thing or two. Get ready for the next season. You know? So, I'm just saying. You know, just something that you should do. That's all. How do you guys like the music in the background? Miss American Pie. A Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.
Don McLean, correct?
Yes, that's right. That's right. This will be the day. Well, hopefully it's not the day I die. Hopefully we can live another couple days, at least. You know, it's just a blessing to have every single day.
Let's at least get past Rockville.
Yeah, let's get past Rockville. Yes, let's get past Rockville. That would be just absolutely perfect.
At the bare minimum, let's get to past Rockville.
Yeah, that would be really cool if we can get past Rockville. Did you see, by the way, speaking of rocking, now I'm tempted, really tempted to do this, okay? Since we got some music in the background, and we'll have some music in the background throughout the show, one of the things that I'm thinking of is September 18th. Do you know what's happening on September 18th, Bill Preston?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, the last date of the 2020 tour for Aerosmith takes place at Fenway Park.
That is very interesting.
They are going to
Extremely.
close the 2020 tour in their hometown at Fenway Park. And NorCal, I know you've been a listener for a long time, but we've also, you and I, been friends for a long time. I know you really, really well. Extreme is opening up for Aerosmith. He loves Extreme, okay? Extreme opening up for Aerosmith at Fenway Park. Tickets, by the way, will go on sale January 31st, Friday at 10 a.m. This is their 50th anniversary tour. Okay? I'm just saying, dude. Aerosmith and Extreme at Fenway Park, 50th anniversary tour. They're closing out the tour. What is the 18th? That's got to be a weekend, right? That's got to be a Friday, a Saturday, or Sunday. I got to tell you something. I am really tempted.
That would be a Friday, brother.
Oh, wow. Then we can stay the rest of the weekend in Boston.
Okay, the only thing that I would hope that would be able to tie.
Can I tie you to a Fenway Park pole and leave you there forever?
No.
He hates the Red Sox because the Yankees.
No, but this is the thing. Look, bucket list thing. Fenway Park is one of the old classic, like Wrigley. There's not many
there
left.
might be games going on.
Like Chavez Ravine.
Is the baseball schedule is not out yet, right?
No. But September, obviously, they're playing. My only hope would be that somewhere between 3 days before, 3 days after, we'd be able to stay, do up Boston, and catch a Red Sox game. That would be a must.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Even though I'm a Yankee fan, I would love to see a game at
I give a rat's ass about the Yankees or the Red Sox, but I want to go to both.
Of course.
I want to see a Yankee game in the Yankee Stadium.
Well,
I want to see a Red Sox game in the Red Sox
Sox
Stadium.
It's just like when we were in L.A., we got to go to Chavez, man.
Right, yes.
It's a must.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. But I got to tell you something. September 18th, Fenway Park for Aerosmith.
That sounds pretty awesome.
Man, I am really and you know the restaurants in Boston are awesome. So we can actually, hang out, have some food, I like it, man. Hey, Big O, don't forget your CBD oil for the eyes. Yeah, I do need it. I need it big time. Let's see. What else do we have here? Big O, what was the paddle's name, the principal office at Kinlock? Oh, he had Toyota. That's what he had. Your mic's on. He had Toyota on the paddle, and then it had holes drilled into it. And then he would he'd say, put your hands on the table. Put your hands on the table. He'd tell you, look straight at the wall. You'd look straight at the wall. But then you close your eyes and go, because then he'd go, you asked for it. You got it. Whack. Toyota. Every time. If you got 3 hits, 3 times you heard, you asked for it. You got it. Toyota. Because that was the slogan back in the day for Toyota. So then that was his way of having fun with paddling you, is having all of that. When you know my man has a paddle with holes drilled into it so it can be more aerodynamic, your assistant principal ain't messing around, dude. Okay? Yep. Montoya, I want to say was his name, the assistant principal. Montoya.
You know why they put holes like in a fly swatter?
Yes.
Basically so
Same
that
thing.
the air doesn't push whatever you're trying to hit away.
Right.
And
slow you down, too.
And slow you down. Yeah, exactly. And
that's really the main
thing.
thing.
Get as much torque and speed
You're
and
gonna
bada
get
bing.
plenty of flow. Yeah. Yep,
You can feel it just a little bit more.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You're remembering that one of those stories I told about that. But yeah, I want to go see Aerosmith, man. September 18th, Red Sox Stadium, Extreme opening up. NorCal, you want to meet me out in Boston for that concert? Good morning, gentlemen, from Edward Bonaventure, watching there on the YouTube channel. We love you for watching. Thank you as always. Anyway, We got a lot of things to talk about here on the show. Good win for the Heat last night as they got it done and took care of the Magic the way they were supposed to take care of the Magic.
I'm wondering if you didn't inspire them, man, because you tore into them pretty good. That was a good rant, brother.
Well, yeah, bro. It's just like enough's enough already, man.
The next time we play the Magic, you have to do it again.
Yeah, well, I'll do it in a
You know
couple
what I mean?
days. Let's go.
Yeah.
Follow it up now. Now you got to win on the road. And do it, man. You're better than them.
You know, there's been the past couple of years, us not making the playoffs. That, like, you go through the schedule because we missed it by a couple games, and definitely the Magic games were, man. How do you come on? This is why we're not in the playoffs,
Right.
because of those losses.
Right. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. So, the other thing that we wanted to talk about here, well, we got a lot of things that we're going to talk about. The Kobe tragedy also actually puts the Heat in the forefront tonight because they ended up canceling the Lakers-Clippers game for tonight on TNT, and they now put in Heat-Celtics because the Heat are hosting the Celtics tonight, and we'll see what happens at 8 o'clock. And from 7 to 8, they're going to have a Kobe Bryant special. So they'll be talking, obviously, and elaborating. And remember, Shaq is on TNT, so there's going to be, I would imagine, a lot of involvement from Shaq on all of this. So you'll hear a lot of mumbling for an hour talking about Kobe and talk about how, you know, he feels about Kobe. And I'm sure they'll have plenty of features and interviews and things like that with Kobe, which is going to be really, really cool. You know, TNT does it right. So that's the good thing, that you'll get a little bit more Kobe from TNT, and then it'll be the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. The Lakers asked to cancel and postpone this game because they didn't feel that they were prepared as an organization to move forward. And remember, on the Clippers side, they're going to understand that. Jerry West is the head of basketball operations for the Clippers, right? And Doc Rivers is a guy that has so much respect and admiration for this league. And obviously, he broke down when he heard the news of Kobe. So this is all about respect at all levels. It doesn't matter who it is. It's respecting one of the great players of their game. And so they obviously were going to be classy enough to accommodate. Can you imagine if Donald Sterling was still around? Would Donald Sterling would have said, Kobe Bryant, what's he done? You know?
That's not us. We're the Clippers.
Yeah. You know, Donald Sterling would have been, you know, like what he did with the whole Magic Johnson. Big man Magic Johnson. What's he done? Get AIDS? Right? Is that how he phrased it or something? So if you would have had that you know, animal around, is that loser even still alive? Is Donald Sterling still alive? I'm just wondering. Are we still disgusted by his presence on this earth? But anyway, so this is where they, and you can understand why so many are not ready, right? And you got to give the Lakers some time to move on with this. And they were talking about this, and I never thought about it this way. But there are people in that organization that worked with Kobe for 20 years. And so it's affecting a lot of the people in that organization right now because they had ties to him. And we're talking about not just executives, not just the higher-ups. We're talking about just the trainers or all kinds of different people that you deal with every single day. People that work at the arena and all of that they dealt with Kobe. And it's affected so many in that entire organization that it's understandable that they're not ready to move on. And then you also have to respect Vanessa. And I get all of this, man. I really do. And it's a shame that we have to all go through all of this, to be honest. You know, it just to lose him, to lose the children, to lose everybody in that helicopter, people that were productive citizens in our world. And you know, here's the thing. A lot of those, no, I'm sorry, maybe all of those individuals were kind of, in a way, helping a lot of kids and mentoring kids. We lost a lot of leaders in that helicopter. Leaders that were hopefully developing other leaders in that helicopter. I mean, that helicopter crash was so non-productive for our society. Our society is so much worse now because we lost those 9 individuals. And that's how frustrating it is. I was thinking about this, taking this to another level now, okay? We hear now, you know, Kobe will definitely be inducted into the Hall of Fame as expected with Duncan and with, I'm forgetting who the other one that is going in this year. It's a hell of a class now. But anyway, my point is that you're gonna put Kobe in here in a couple months. Who inducts him, right, is one question. I'm not so much worried about that. I don't think that's a big deal. Whoever does it, it's a great honor, and I think that man will be able to handle it. My real concern is Vanessa on that day. Is she there? How can she compose herself? And because how do you compose yourself in a moment when they're celebrating your husband, but at the same time, as a mother, you'll be remembering your child too? That's the difference. Everybody in that group will be talking about Kobe, induction into the Hall of Fame. We're thinking about all of that. That poor woman is sitting there, and she's digging so much deeper. She's not really thinking about his bust, his number, his whatever going into the Hall of Fame. At that moment, Vanessa's not going to care about that. She might even show you on the outside that she might be stoic and all that, but inside, can you imagine the personal hell that woman is going to be going through? Because all she's going to be thinking about is, I'm a couple of months removed from losing my husband and one of my daughters. And then, if she's there also with her other daughters, she has to then try to be strong for them. Because the daughters, especially 2 of them, because obviously the other one is so young that I guess that's the only good thing out of this, that's the one person that isn't suffering like the other 3, because the other 3 are more conscious of what went on. You know, that might be the only solace out of all of this, that 1 out of the 4 at least isn't suffering. But can you imagine how torn that woman is going to be on that day, where we're all talking about Kobe and celebrating Kobe and all of that? She's not going to be thinking that, man. She's going to be thinking pain, agony, and missing her other half and her child. I mean, that's just, while it's a day that a lot of people look forward to, I don't know if I look forward to it for Vanessa. Because as a married man, and I see what my wife does every single day, like any of your wives or mothers out there that are dedicated to their families, you know how mothers are, man. They're sacrificing everything, all of their time, for your child's time, you know, whatever. They're serving you your food before they serve themselves food. You know what I mean? That's the way it is. Oh, you need $5 to go to school? Okay, here's $5. That's all she has in her purse, but she'll go to the bank later to go get money. You know what I mean? It's you got to walk your 2 kids or 3 to the car under the umbrella, but you're going to make sure you cover the 2 or 3 kids. If you're getting wet, you're getting wet. You know what I mean? Mothers, man. Mothers, the ultimate sacrificer on this planet.
Void fillers.
Yeah, it's just... And so she is going to be suffering while the rest of us are trying to memorialize and celebrate and remember. And while we're thinking of good, that poor woman is just going to be thinking about a crash that took away the two of the more important people in her life. So whenever that day rolls around, okay, be praying, be thinking for Vanessa and those children, because that's who I feel for the most right now. That's the one, we're all hurting in one way or another. We're all going to miss the guy. We're all going to be probably, I would say, feeling bad for all the people that he could have helped. Because all those young basketball players that he's helping, you and I can't help. But he's one of those guys that could have helped a lot of people. And that's the power you have when you're that kind of person. And the good thing for Kobe is that as he got older, he figured it out. And he was using it for a lot of good. And you got to commend him for that. 786-322-1105. That's 786-322-1105. At noon, Kurt Heelan will be joining us. We'll have some fun with Kurt. We're out here at VSS West Pines in Pembroke Pines. Come on out here from 11 to 3. Well, even if I'm not here, come on out, man, and get all your CBD needs. You can get them here, man. I'm telling you, anything you need for your tobacco needs, water pipes, rolling papers, they've got it all for you out here at VSS West Pines. Let me tell you a little bit about Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 2020 models going on right now. The ILX 209, the TLX 249, the RDX 339, the MDX 349. Only $29.99 do it signing, plus tax tag and registration, folks. It's Customer Appreciation Month. Make sure you get on down there to 15601 Pines Boulevard, just down the street from us, man. Go see Larry Schlossberg and Pat Nasto, Tony Stampone, all the amazing people getting it done at Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. We are back here at VSS West Pines. Isn't that song from Blue Oyster Cult that's playing right now, isn't that called Don't Fear the Reefer? Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Reaper. I'm sorry. It's Reaper. Anyway, welcome back. We are having some fun out here. If you want to get in, it's 786-322-1105. So I'm hanging out here, right, at VSS West Pines, and I've got an Apple Watch, right? And I got this Apple Watch once I got out of the hospital with 5 stents in my heart. My wife was, well, why don't we get the watch so you can check your blood pressure and all, heart rate and all that, not blood pressure, but heart rate. And I'm going to get the one this Christmas. I'll get the one that has the EKG and all that other stuff. I'm going to move up to that one now. Because I got this one. It'll be 3 years by the time that thing rolls around this Christmas. So my wife knows she has to get me that now maybe I'll get it for my birthday or something, the newest one. But anyway, so I'm doing this, right? And so we're here at VSS West Pines, where they've got every gadget. Do you want to be the 007 of vaping? Then you come on out here to VSS West Pines. Seriously. Because, see, they've got the watch that you can vape. You ever seen an Apple Watch that you can vape? It's not Apple, but it looks like it, right? A lot like it. And then you pull it out from its, well, they just showed me how to do it. I might break it now. Let me see how you do it.
Let's get the experts over
There you
here.
go. I got it out. So you get it out and see, there's where you fill it up. And see, you can vape. You pull it out and you vape. Vape in
totally incognito, James Bond style.
It tells time and
in
everything.
case of emergency, take a hit.
Right, and then you can get yourself a little Just Reds so you can vape. You can do it all out here, man, at VSS West Pines.
Even if you don't have an emergency, take a hit.
That's right. There's no emergency. You just want to chill and relax. You want to take your break. Oh, it's time for a break. You look at your watch. It's time for a break. The same watch you look that tells you it's a break, you can smoke. I mean, come on, dude. You can't beat that. That becomes awesome, and then you just put it back and put it on your wrist, and you're ready to go. They come up with everything, dude. Everything. Look at that. Vape watch and juice. That's crazy. That's crazy. It really is. VSS West Pines, man. 12397 Pembroke Road. Make sure you tell them that we sent you here, man. You will love this place. This is like the Canesware of places, right? Because you come in, you want to buy like 4,000 things.
Exactly. I was telling them about Chris and Steph that just had the baby.
Mm-hmm.
They've got like 200 pieces of glass. She is watching on YouTube and all about, man, I envy you.
Well, we need to show them the glass on camera.
You know what? We're going to do an experiment because you know how we could pop the camera off?
Oh, yeah.
To see how far
Go ahead. I got the
it
camera
works.
here.
You know?
I got the camera here. You can do that. Show it. Give them a little tour on that camera because I can actually talk while you're giving them the tour, and they can kind of see what's going on because I'll be able to see what's going on. Right. I get that. And they wanted those scholarship slots. So, I mean, listen, the second you saw De'Aaron King come in, you knew somebody was going to transfer, and Jaron was the guy that said, all right, I'm out of here. And, I mean, this is part of college football now. These guys are flakier than they've ever been. I mean, if you deal with a millennial or a Generation Z, you know what I'm talking about. They're flaky as hell. They're rats, okay? A majority of these Generation Zs and millennials, oh, man, they will rat each other out with a quickness. Remember back in the day when we were in school and we were in a classroom or something and the bad kid or the smart ass or whatever played a joke, right? And maybe the classroom laughed, maybe the classroom went, ooh, whatever. But everybody knew who did it. But no matter what the teacher said, nobody was going to rat him out, right? Or her out or whatever. And that's exactly the case here. Nobody would rat you. No, not here. I mean, nobody would rat you out then. Now, the moment that teacher says, well, you guys are all going to stay 20 minutes after school for detention or an hour or whatever, man, they are going to 8 of them are going to point the finger at you. Okay? It is a different generation nowadays, man. Absolutely different generation. Totally what can I tell you? Ratty.
No heart, man.
No
heart.
No. I can't wait till South Florida gets THC available in this shop. I'll be there every time I travel to South Florida. So there you go. But you can get all the other needs that you need. It doesn't have to only be THC. You got everything else that you might need for your tobacco needs or other needs. So, Big O, based off your time in the Senior Bowl, has any of your opinions changed of any of the QBs, good or bad? Not really. I'm still not a Justin Herbert fan. I know he's super talented, but I mentally, with men, one of the things that I disagree with this week coming from the Senior Bowl is Justin Herbert had a good week. But that's not because nobody's ever questioned his talent. Nobody says, well, he's not big enough. Nobody says he's not strong enough. Nobody says he can't throw the ball. Nobody says he's not accurate. Nobody says he's not smart. Nobody. Everybody knows he has instincts. He plays the quarterback position like a real quarterback. That's not the point, ladies and gentlemen. It's about his maturity, his leadership. And what I loved was, you know what the narrative coming out this week was? Well, he handled everything with maturity and he showed some leadership this week. What's there to show? It's the Senior Bowl. There's no adversity in the Senior Bowl. You're playing for a quarter. That's not adversity for him. Adversity is in the NFL, you're in the huddle and you're down by 12 and there's 8 minutes left and you got 10 other guys staring you in that huddle that are junkyard dogs. And they've got a wife and 3 baby mamas and 7 cars and 8 houses, and they got to pay and they need to win and they need to hit incentives. And you're the guy that needs to make it happen for all of them. How you going to respond then? And that's the question with this kid. And here's the problem with Justin Herbert, because I think that's kind of where you were leading me to. You're not going to find out about it until you draft him on your team. And then if he's not mature enough and he flakes out on you, i.e. Ryan Leaf, he flakes out on you, i.e. Vince Young, he flakes out on you, i.e. Jeff George, flakes out on you, i.e. Jamarcus Russell. Now, those are different kinds of flakes that I'm talking about, but a flake is a flake. Either you're a really bad flake or a fluky flake or an immature flake, but you're a flake. Whiteside's a flake.
Fluky
You know what I'm
flakes?
saying? Fluky flakes, too, with cereal. Yes.
Flutie, right?
Yes.
He had his own cereal.
That's right. So you won't find out until you draft him. So the question is, Dolphin fans, are you willing to draft Justin Herbert number 5 overall in the draft? He's not going to be there at 18. Somebody would have already taken him. But there's a chance he's there for you at 5. And maybe he falls a little farther than 5, not much more. His talent is too intoxicating to pass up. So he is a guy that I can understand if you feel better about him this week, because he played well, man. He made a lot of good throws throughout the week and in practice. I definitely noticed that, and he had a really good game. He did everything in that game that you could want. But again, that's not really what you question with him. Ability is not that. That's just not the issue. Now, and he also didn't have a lot of big moments at Oregon. That's the other thing that a lot of people point at. And in the NFL, you need to have several of those moments to be special. It's you can't be living a charmed life like Ryan Tannehill, and that your running back's going to dominate for 200 yards and you only need to make a couple of passes. No, dude. At one point or another, the pressure's going to fall on you and you got to respond. And we don't know if he can do that, because he really didn't do a lot of it in Oregon. Is he going to do a lot of it in the NFL? That's the question that you got to ask yourself. That's why, Justin Herbert, listen, even if you draft him at 5, I may not agree with it, but I understand it. Just like drafting 2 at 5, I don't agree with it, but I understand it. But I've told you already 1,000 times, if you're going to draft Tua, then okay, I got you. Just get another guy. Do that at least. Give yourself a chance by investing in another quarterback. That way, man, you got to hit on one of these guys. Either Rosen's got to wake up, Tua's got to get healthy, Herbert's got to figure it out, or that third guy. Why not? There are several quarterbacks. I mean, that's the way I would do it. A little stranglehold, man. I like it. We got some really good music in the background today.
Is a better plan maybe to go safe and get your offensive lineman or defensive lineman and then take 2 quarterbacks later, and that way you've got
You can do that.
those 2 plus Rosen, 3 guys,
You can do that.
right?
Yes.
Is that a safer play? Because then,
Anthony Gordon, Nate Stanley.
right.
I get what you're saying.
Or the kid, you know what? One of those 2, and then the kid from Princeton, man.
Okay, that's
you
even
know,
a little later.
and then a
yes.
little bit later. Exactly. That way, you're filling needs. We have so many of them.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. No, and you can stack the line, man, because you've got so many picks early on that you can start getting a couple of linemen so you can build up that team. And that way, everybody has time to succeed. Not just Fitzpatrick, but Rosen and everybody else, because now you're blocking for them. I mean, look, think about this. You have to look at Buffalo, you have to look at Tennessee, and you have to look at Baltimore. They didn't require their quarterbacks really to carry them with their arms. They required their quarterbacks to make certain plays with their arms. Then if you're the Dolphins. I mean, look, you draft Herbert or Tua. Forget about Burrow. You're not getting Burrow. But if you get Tua or Herbert at 5, because that's where you're going to get him, you're not going to get either guy at 18. So let's just be honest. Okay, if you're drafting Herbert or Tua, you must be. I'm gonna stay consistent on this. This was my problem with the Ryan Tannehill pick at 8. I said, if you take a guy at 8, you must be sure he's a franchise quarterback. He cannot be a project. He has to be pretty much a can't-miss guy, a guy that has all the tools. You're not working on instincts. You're not working on accuracy. All you're working on is experience and adjusting the game speed, which is what every quarterback in the world has to adjust to from high school to college and from college to the NFL. That's all. That's normal. But if I got to teach you accuracy, if I got to teach you instincts, if I got to teach you how to play the game, no, dude. That's not what it's about. So if you draft that guy at 5 or you draft him at 8 like they did before, then you're telling me you have your franchise guy for the next 15 years. If you don't have that kind of conviction behind it, you don't draft him. If you're drafting him saying, well, we can teach him this, we can get him better here, but we'll surround him with this and that. And when you're talking about putting him in a perfect situation, which is what a lot of these guys in this league, Andy Dalton, you're not winning anything with him. You can get to the playoffs and maybe win a game or two, but you need the perfect situation. You're not getting anywhere with Ryan Tannehill unless you have the perfect situation. You're not getting anywhere with Trent Dilfer unless you have the perfect situation. You're not getting anywhere with a broken down Peyton Manning unless you have the perfect situation. So if that's what it takes for you to succeed with that guy, then you don't draft him at 5 or 8. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm going to do that, then I'm doing what Bill said. Then I'm drafting Nate Stanley or Anthony Gordon in the 2nd and 3rd rounds because they're project guys, and I'm going to then surround them with the linemen that I draft in the 1st and 2nd rounds and put mammoth human beings in front of them so at least my quarterback with holes has a chance. If I'm drafting you at 5 or 8, I'm drafting the guy that when all hell breaks loose and the rush is coming and he sees a guy barreling down on him and he's going to hit him right in the chest, he delivers a strike 30 yards downfield in stride to somebody streaking all the way to a touchdown. Why? Because in the middle of that chaos, he found the right guy in that blitz. I need you to do what Pat Mahomes did last week in that run. I need you to do what Eli Manning did in that Super Bowl, bounce off 3-4 guys. I need you to be Deshaun Watson and get crushed, stay standing, and deliver a strike. That's what I drafted 5 and 8. I'm not drafting a guy in the top 10. Well, we got to work here. We got to do this. We got to adjust there. No. Then you drafted the wrong guy. Then go get yourself a beefy lineman, a defensive end, a pass rushing linebacker, a shutdown corner that I know that I can get in and deliver right away.
God, I hate putting the brakes on this.
I know, Kurt Heelan delivers.
Yeah.
I get it, but I was on a roll. So, Kurt Heelan from Pro Basketball Talk and NBC Sports. We will talk a little B-ball with him